Okay, in this video we're going to take you through generally how to navigate the Lucky Dog 5.0 app. So we're going to open the app by clicking on the icon. It will usually take you to the EPG screen. So this is like your TV guide, so to speak. It tells you what's on each of the different channels. Now the channels are in categories. So if we click our back button, which is the arrow to the bottom left of the large circle on the remote, this will take us to our live channel categories. So you have your favorites. You can favorite different TV stations and they'll appear in your favorites section. Then you have all channels, which is every channel that we carry. You have U.S. news channels. You have U.S. movie channels, premium channels, etc. Generally what people will do is they'll go through and figure out their favorite channels, favorite them, and then just use the favorites to be able to scroll through and see what's on all of their favorite channels. You know, they'll have 20 or 30 different channels that they watch on a regular basis. So to do that, we'll go to U.S. News first, and we'll say that if you like CNN, you can go to the CNN channel, and you would press and hold the center of the circle, and then it's asking you if you want to either add to favorites the channel, which it says CNN International, so we could add that to our favorites as a channel. Now the other option, the first option when we pressed and hold the center button was here. It was asking if we wanted to add to my list, but that was the TV show that it was on, which was Quest's World of Wonder. So we didn't really want to do that. We wanted to simply add the CNN. So if we say like Fox News, we would come down, press and hold, and scroll down past the TV show, which is Silver Coin Rarities, and add the Fox Business News to our favorites. So then we click the back button, and we're back in the channel directory, the categories, and we could go to, say, USA Entertainment, and if we happen to like AMC Network, we press and hold, scroll down past the show, which is Ghostbusters, to AMC, which is the actual channel, and click Add to Favorites. Okay, we click the back button to go back to the subcategories of the different live TV shows. Here you come in and you have your local channels. So this is ABC local, NBC local. So if you're located in Detroit, for instance, the best thing to do is you can either go to ABC, NBC, and then scroll through the different cities to get your local station for your local news. Or each station has call letters, like the one that we're on right now is KPVI. The next one down is KSBY. You can search for those local call stations to find your channels more easily, or you can just scroll through all of the different NBC channels. If you look here, there's quite a few, about 202 local NBC channels. So we're going to click our back button again. And the same goes for Fox or any of the other networks that you'd like to add. You also have a lot of sports channels. The pay-per-view channels and pay-per-view events, these will only have things airing when there's a pay-per-view event, like a fight, a UFC match, or a concert. So you can come here to find those pay-per-view events, but most of the time there's nothing on because there's no pay-per-view events happening. You also have NFL Sunday Ticket, which is popular with the football crowd, and you can favorite any of these channels you like. There are 24/7 channels, like this is a 24/7 Christmas section where it's all different Christmas movies and Christmas TV shows. This is a Yule log where it just has a fire and music play.
until we talk about the list of demands.
Okay, when you're in the TV guide, I didn't address this before. If you click a station, like we'll go to Frosty the Snowman station, if you click the center button once, it will display the show in the preview window but keep you in the guide. If you click it a second time, it will display the full screen of the TV show. And to get back to the guide, you simply push the back button once more. Now, if you push the back button again, it's going to take you back to the categories. There are a lot of music stations. The 24/7 stations will play 24 hours, 7 days a week of the same show. So if we're right now, this subcategory is 24/7 classic shows. So we go in and this category would be 24/7 Bewitched. So if you click that, it's going to play the series Bewitched from the 60s and 70s back to back. Brady Bunch, Cheers, Chips, Dallas. So if you love one of these old shows or even new shows and want to just play them all the time, you can go through the 24/7 channels. This is 24/7 Love Boat. Click it once to play it in the preview window, and then you would click it again to play it in the full window. This is taking a little while to load here. Rockford Files.
Do anything you find in the refrigerator. There's plenty. There's a lot of booze.
Okay, so we're going to go back. Cooking channel, crime channel, horror, kids. These are all 24/7 channels. There is a large Latin channels. We can add more Spanish speaking or German or French or any other country you like. If you request that, we can add that. Our service does come with adult channels, which are located at the end of the live channels, where you have about 200 live adult channels, 24/7 channels. Those can be removed if you have kids in the house and do not want them, or they can also be password protected, so that you can have the channels, but that you do need a password to access the adult or XXX channels. So if you'd like to have instructions on how to set up the password for these, just shoot us out an email and we'll let you know. That pretty much explains the live channels. Now, to get back to the main menu, you would hit the back button again, and then you have movies and TV shows. Movies and shows. Both movies and shows are what we call video on demand. So I'm going into shows right now. So these are the different categories of shows. So you would see Reacher, you click on it. It has a little synopsis of the series, and then it has each season with each episode. Now, the program will keep track of where you left off. So if you watch, say, start at season 1, episode 1, which would be here, and you finish halfway through episode 2, the next time you pulled Reacher up again, it would know that you were halfway through, and it would ask if you wanted to resume where you left off watching halfway through season 1, episode 2. You can also click the back button and hold on. And when you're on a certain series, you can add to my list, which adds it to your favorites of your TV shows. Now, all these are categorized. One of the best ways to navigate this is to use the search feature. So I'll go over that in a minute, but your My List is your favorites out of the TV shows that you favorited. So this will let you have all your favorite TV shows, and I'll just go in and we'll go to The Drowning. I guess we'll go to Black. So you click it once, you can add it to My List. Then once you click the back button and you come into My List here, you'll see all your favorite shows. Movies operates the same way. Here's your subcategories for movies. When you click the movie, it has a little description. You can add it to My List so it's a favorite. Okay, now I'm going to click back one more time. The last thing I'm going to go over is the search feature. And what search is a very easy way to find a show or a movie that you're looking for. There's a couple of things to remember about the search feature. The first off is that you do not have to enter the full name of the movie or the TV show. And sometimes if you do enter the full name, if you make a mistake, it won't find that show. Like if you look right here, the first movie that you see there is The Tiger's Apprentice, where there's an apostrophe between the R and the S in Tigers. So if you were to type in Tigers without the apostrophe, it might not find this movie. Another example is Godzilla X Kong, which is the third movie here. If you had typed in Godzilla versus Kong, it probably would not come up. So you're better off to pick one or two words out of the title to search. Like I would search Godzilla if I was looking for this movie. I would search Pray Kung Fu Panda for this one, but you also have to be careful because sometimes there'll be a space between the Kung and the Fu and sometimes there won't. But we'll do a couple of examples here, and we'll start out and we'll search. Now, some of your remotes that have voice will allow you to search by using voice. We're going to use the keyboard right now, and we'll start out with, we'll do Kung Fu and see what comes up, since we were just talking about that. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Kung Fu with a P for panda. Oh, wait. Oh, Kung Fun. Okay. Okay, and then we'll click the search button. All right, so what happens here is that you get all the search results with Kung Fu. So the first results that come up in this first line here are movies. So this shows you all your movies that contain the words Kung Fu. So you can scroll through this. If you get too many choices, you can be more specific and put Panda, but we do find the Kung Fu movie Panda movies here. Now, the second category, which is the second line, are TV shows. Now, these are TV shows that are in the video on demand. This is the old Kung Fu series with David Carradine from the 70s. A couple of other Kung Fu Panda TV shows. So if you look there, this is the show category. Now, the third category in the search that comes up are channels. Now, this is specific channels that have Kung Fu in the name. So there's 24/7 Kung Fu Panda channels. There's also the Kung Fu 24/7 series. If there are pending TV shows with Kung Fu in the name, then those would come up below the channel section. So I'll do something. Let's do. I'm going to search for something that'll hopefully give us more. We'll search for Golden Girls. That will give us more results. Golden. And this is the space. Now I'm just going to put the G. Well, I guess I get too many results, so then I can put the I. Okay. So that gives us, so we're going to search. So there's no movies for Golden Girls, but these are the shows. Every once in a while you will get something like this, which is Golden Girls, a series that they did. It's a spinoff in another country, whereas this is the original American Golden Girls from the 80s. There's a Golden Girls channel, which is all Golden Girls shows 24 hours a day. And then below that, you'll see that there is one program, which is a Golden Girls TV show that's going to be playing tomorrow. So from here, you can click any of these. You can click the channel to go directly to the Golden Girls channel. You can click I guess I have to click the back button. You can click the series to go to the video on demand. just, if you click the back button too many times, it'll take you out of the Lucky Dog program. So I'm just going to click it once.
After all, we have you, don't we? Let's go.
And that pretty much explains how to use most of the features of the Lucky Dog app. The search feature is very powerful. Favoriting things. See, this is where we went and favorited our favorite TV stations. Can also save you a lot of time. What most people will do is they'll go through, favorite all of their TV stations that they watch on a regular basis, where they watch live TV. And that way you can just go to your favorites and scroll through and see what's on that you may be interested in watching. And a lot of people also, if you have time, you can go through the shows section, which this is all video on demand. And what this will have is this will have every season and every episode of a TV series. So you can watch it from start to finish, and it'll save your place. We'll look at something, we'll say Yellowstone. So let's look at Yellowstone here, because that's a popular series right now. And you will have all the shows that are on any of the cable stations or any of the streaming, Apple TV, Netflix, Hulu. Okay. All right, we're just going to click search. Okay, so anything with Yellowstone is coming up. So these are 4 Yellowstone movies, none of which are in relation to the current series that we're looking for. Then this is all the shows. Now, none of these... Okay, Yellowstone had a couple of spin-offs. That's one of the spin-offs. This is actually the Yellowstone series. So you can see they have season 1, and these are all the different episodes and the names of the episodes. And then you have season 2, season 3, season 4, season 5, and season 5 is the last season. So what we'll do is we'll come in here and we'll add Yellowstone to my list. We'll come in and we'll add my Greek Odyssey to my favorites. So as I'm going through and just scrolling through and seeing different TV shows that I may like, I can add them to my list, Chuck. So then when I'm looking for something to watch, I go up to my list and I have all these different TV shows. And then I just click on one of them. I can start at season 1, episode 1, or if I've been watching them, you'll see where you've left off. This will say watched, and then this will say resume, so you'll know exactly where you left off and where you need to be. You can also remove, if you don't like a TV show that you've put on your list, you can remove it by simply clicking that button, and then it will no longer appear in your favorites list. There are separate lists for movies, live TV channels, and TV shows. Just remember that the movies and the TV shows are what we call video on demand, meaning that they're available, all the series and all the shows are available at any time. Whereas TV, it would have to be showing at the current time for you to be able to watch it, which is pretty self-explanatory. Most people use the live channels for news and sporting events, and use the video on demand for TV series just because it's easier to watch a series through video on demand. And that pretty much wraps it up. I'll do another video on our other player shortly.